Oh, lords and ladies, welcome back to what will be the actual finale of Final Fantasy VIII. As one very kind viewer pointed out that I uploaded episode 34 twice, and unfortunately I couldn't actually find my original finish of Final Fantasy VIII. And we get to fight what it is, in my opinion, I mean, she's just the hottest Final Fantasy VIII enemy, and honestly, final boss wise, I mean, Ultimecia is wicked. I love Ultimecia. I mean, look at that design. How can you not love that? Look at it. Swarming like locusts across generations. I've always guessed the case for Caesar sort of like a, you know, instead of time compression, it's time compression, like a big sound, you know what I mean? But this is the final fight. Now all my characters are set up exactly the same. Magic draw item. And when I say all of them, I mean Squall, Zell and Renoa. And their junctions are all the same. Everything is 255 apart from their luck. Yeah, apart from the luck stat. This is not the stat. This isn't the one where I maxed everyone's stats, right? So I'm not running like base natural stats like that, right? That's all with Magic Junction's help. And everyone has auto haste, auto protect, auto shell, and luck plus 50, just because why not? But you'll notice here, Ultimecia said she'll start with you three. You don't get your main party going into this. She will pick 3 characters at random to start with. I mean, one character that. I got 2 of the ones I want. I got Renoa and Zell. Not 2 of the actual Junction characters. So if you want, you can do a 6-character GF spread. Now, unfortunately, to do a 6-character GF spread, you can't dispel me. It's auto. But thanks for trying. Yeah, with the 6-character spread with the GFs, you can actually get everybody equipped, and well, not equipped, but you can get everyone junctioned up, so everyone would stand a chance. I mean, the easiest way to do that is honestly just run Renoa with the single GF with Magic Junction, but give her a Magic Junction, a Speed Junction, auto haste, and then just give a Meteor as only spell junction to Magic, and just watch her send the enemies into an absolute whirly fit by just angel winging her, and just let her solo carry with Meteor. That is a completely valid option to run Renoa as for this way, from the point she gets it, to be honest with you. And I might revisit it and see about, you know, I remember the next phase already, the most powerful G. Because we are moving on to the next phase already. But yeah, like I say, you can fully 100% junction all 6 characters. I would have to change a lot of my GFs around to do it, but I might show it off. I might do that as another cheeky bonus. Oh, apologies there. Oh, apologize. I appear to have swallowed one of my betas. Did he just blow Zell's meteors away? Oh, he did? Oh, gravy, you bum. So unfortunately, that means Zell has now lost one of his junctions, whatever Meteor was junction to. His strength, evidently. Yeah, it would be his strength, so I put Ultima on elemental defense, don't I? So yeah, Zell's lost his strength junction. I mean, he's still useful, don't get us wrong. But now, Gravy here, depending on what you chose to name Squall's Ring on disc 2 with Renoa, I'm going to Shockwave Pulsar Gravy. And my shell's gone? Mom, man, he's blown away me good junctions here. All my magic defense and stuff. Now, I have got through this entire final fight from the start of Ultimecia to the very end, where you can have magic blown away at any point from start to end without ever once having magic blown away. It is just, well, it's random. It might happen, it might not. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. Have we used Rear Bomb? I mean, I'm just going to Shockwave Pulsar. This is probably going to be Keistis' last actual use of anything here. Poetic using Shockwave Pulsar against Graver though. Very poetic. But yeah, whether or not your magic gets blown away is completely random. But as I was saying, because obviously this is Graver, this is what Squall, the monster on Squall's ring that he tells Renoa is a lion, is Graver. Now, whatever you chose to name the monster on that ring on Disc 2 during the Galbadia Garden invasion, if you decide to call it, I don't know, Trevor, or Frank, or Phyllis, that is the name of the boss you will be fighting here. It's not limited to just being called Graver. I'll stick with calling it Graver because 23,000 because of her crisis level there is nuts. I think Keistis at the minute has single-handedly done more damage in... Oh, what are you blowing away now? I don't really care about the pain being blown away. Now, I could revive Keistis here. Or I could leave Keistis dead. What do you mean, draw? What? Leave my magic alone. You absolute bum. Imagine we play through this entire game just drawing. Auto Shell does kind of knock out elemental, you know, absorption a little bit, but who cares? Imagine playing through the entire game, right? And do you wanna... No, we're gonna spin a bit. There we go. Yeah, imagine playing through the entire game, drawing and casting magic all this time, and at the very end of the game, they do it to you. And here we have it. This is why I was using Shockwave Pulsar. Shockwave Pulsar is only usable by two things in the entire game. One is Keistis, if you are willing to get the 100 curse spikes to get the dark matter. The other one is Graver. Shockwave Pulsar is Graver's limit break with him being a GF. You know, you summon a GF to use the big bad move, like if it uses Hellfire, for example. The brothers use Brotherly Love. Graver uses Shockwave Pulsar. I'm not immune to the status ailment of poison, but I absorb the elemental damage of poison. Final Fantasy VIII really is on its own little thing. I kind of don't want to be poisoned though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there we go, see. So, because I left Keistis dead, Keistis gets blown away, she's absorbed into time, and now I get to absolutely shred everything. So, first things first, because, I mean, this is the final fight, right? Magic blown away, using magic. I'm not really fussed. I'm going to cast triple on Renoa. And I'm pretty sure everyone can guess here what is about to happen. I'm also going to have Skull just kill a Mega Elixir there. I shall junction myself unto Griever. So now we get Ultimecia, Remastered. I prefer Ultimecia, to be honest with you. For phase 3 of our final boss. Thankfully, it's Final Fantasy VIII, and because I can abuse the junction system to the way I have, I don't have to worry about anything any of these final bosses here you can do. Where we at? I'm going to cast Triple Aura. And we are now going to... Well... We're going to abuse the limit break system to get ourselves through the fight against Ultimecia here. Now, Squall does have a unique limit break animate by Renzakuken animation here that I missed. I missed 2 hits of that? Really? Let's see if we can't get one of Zell's unique finishes, eh? Can we do it? can I remember them? Unfortunately, the mod that shows me PlayStation buttons instead of Xbox buttons is not installed. I didn't have time for that one. I think it was different beat, that one. What are we getting? I really want Wishing Star to pop, but I mean, Angelo just coming in and just a dog just casually doing max damage to an Ultimecia Junction Graver is still funny to me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Perfecto. Oh, bye. Half of Ultra Reaver. Drop the back end. I never understood why that was a thing. I never understood why the back end fell off. Maybe somebody that knows a little bit more might be able to let us know in the comments there. I inputted that command like 3 times there before it actually worked. I really wanted to go into a different beat, but whatever. Oh, Angelo Strike. No, Angelo Cannon. There it is. Still alive? Now I am going to be taking these attacks one at a time here. I don't want to queue too many. Or else we'll be left with Selfie and Irvine for the final phase. I don't really want Selfie and Irvine in the final, like, to be replacing anybody in the final phase. But there goes Ultimecia or Remastered. I mean, or just, you know, Junction Graver, I suppose, works as a name. And now it's time for our Unstoppable Trio to move into the final part of the Ultimecia fight. The true Ultimecia. Ultimecia? I feel like we've been through this before. Now I will be a little quiet once this fight starts because I think the music to this boss, like all Final Fantasy boss music, is absolutely beautiful. I also really like this design for Ultimecia's design here as well. Right, it's beautiful apart from that noise. Ooh, a lion heart, let's go. And yes, you saw that correctly, I used the holy war there. I figured my best chance of trying to show off Wishing Star would be the holy war right here at this point. The holy war's not needed, right? Once you get through to this part here, you're pretty much all but guaranteed. Ultimecia doesn't do a lot in this version, but we just want to show off some of Zell's finishes in the video itself rather than, you know, the short format that I've done it. I figured the best way to do that is to stay at as low health as possible so I can actually get them. That always misses. It's like it's a gravity elemental attack or something. Alright, well, we've got Meteor Barrier. Which one's Meteor Barrier again? Ah, it's already jumps up. Different beats the fun one. Different beat. I like different beat. Different beats the fun one. Man, him not having his strength junction is really tripping us here. Still only one Ultimecia. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this time. Oh, faded circle. Let's go through and over. Let's see if we can. You know, if I can't show up any of these, let's see if I can at least get a pop of there. Showing off Wishing Star here. Reflect on your childhood. There it is, Wishing Star. We finally got it. Just had to be at 1 health. This is the only reason I used the Holy War. As you can see, Ultimecia hasn't actually attacked. Wishing Star's a lot of damage, to be honest, right? Like, that was nothing to be sniffed at there. Man, just give us the bottom half of you to draw from. Punch Rush. There it is. I'm holding my controllers if I'm going to use Armageddon Fist or Catastrophe Kicks. When I know for a full fact I'm not going to. I am fully looking for finishes here that are different to what I normally get. Would be really nice. I just can't remember any of the actual shortcuts to get to them, which really sucks. Most of them only require like 2 or 3 inputs. Time will wait. Ha. You. Damn, Zell needed that aura. Say, blew away aura and then literally just that again, which deals 9,998 damage. You just heal back the full, and the Ultimecia fight here at the end is absolutely free. Another lion hat. Oh, there we go. Please, 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 please do not kill. Do not end the fight. I would like to show off. Well, I would like to show off this spell. Lionheart's so much cooler than Omni Slash. I don't care what anybody says. You see there was 2. No, don't end it. Was it not ended? Run away. I used, yeah, there we go. Apocalypse. Now, through the use of, I believe, it's Hind Save Editor, you can actually get access to Apocalypse yourself. You can't junction it, but you can use it for damage. This is the ultimate magic spell in the game. More ultimate than Ultima. And it is called Apocalypse. And unfortunately, Renoa just doesn't do a lot of damage with it. Am I combining? Right, let's have a look here. I'll go Meteor Strike into Dolphin Blow. And I'm pretty sure if I go to a Booyah, Meteor Strike, Dolphin Blow, and then we go Mac Kick next. I'm pretty sure I can get a finisher this way. I can't put this Meteor, but I don't want Meteor Bray. Give us different bait or something. Oh well, I was hoping for a different bait or a Final Heaven to end Ultimecia there. Once you start with the dialogue, all you want to do is attack her once each time for the next bit of dialogue to come along. But for the sake of trying to demonstrate limit breaks there, I was like, do you know what? Why not? Like I say, the whole hero war, 100% not needed, right? This final fight of Ultimecia here is, I mean, you're guaranteed to win. Just let it get you down on the low health, have aura, auto haste, and you can pop out limits before she even gets a chance to attack. It's only because I wanted to show off Apocalypse that I had to take a second hit. And that is it. That is Ultimecia, or Ultimecia, however you prefer to say it. Done. The final boss of Final Fantasy VIII. Fully vanquished, fully killed. Time compression. We don't have to worry about it anymore. It's all over, guys. It's all over now. I really just say it's all over now? I haven't said it's all over now in years. That's since we kids went through the little Shrek phase of watching Shrek all the time. Oh well. It's all over now, I guess. And now we get to enjoy the honestly really, really long ending of Final Fantasy VIII. Now, 100% one of my favourite, you know, favorite endings of a FF game is 8, right? I love 8. I have not kept that a secret at any point. It is 100% my, my favorite Final Fantasy, right? We're not going to deny that. Says a man that's done, 2 7 playthroughs, but there will be another 8 playthrough eventually. I will be doing the Crystal Remastered version of 8, which changes things quite a lot actually. At least as far as combat and the junction system goes. So I'm looking forward to that. I just need to do more practice run, an actual practice run of it, play through it. There's new spells and everything I need to assess and adjust and figure out if it's what I really want to do. Like what I really want to do in the game, I should say. But now we get, honestly, the greatest bit of character development in this game, which is really weird to say. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of this game, the characters don't have a lot of development. But Squall, from always wanting to be alone to, wanting to find everyone, he doesn't want to be alone anymore. Adair, all this text is automated again, it's all automatic, you don't have to press anything. This is a full-on controller down moment, which is exactly what I have done. My controller is down, I can't show you, but my controller is down on my desk. I never noticed Adair had such green eyes. All my years playing this, I never noticed. I just noticed I get to this point here, to be honest with you, I take my headphones off and I disappear and do something else and come back. Come back half an hour later when it's finished. As much as I love it, the amount of times I've played through this game, I can't be watching it every time. But yes, this is how Adair got her powers. This is the sorceress that Adair accepted the powers from so she could die. It was Ultimecia. Now technically I suppose this follows Final Fantasy I rules. Of, Warrior of Lights. The Warriors of Light fight Garland in the past, he becomes Chaos. As Chaos, he then sends the 4 elemental archfiends to the future. The 4 elemental archfiends in the future then bring him back as obviously Garland, yada yada yada. Eternal time loop, right? Which is essentially what 1 is, right? It's a history repeating eternal time loop. I'm guessing this is the same because obviously that Squall we saw as a kid with Adair is going to have to grow up and fight Ultimecia, who's then going to go back in the past and give it to Adair. And I guess it's one of them ones of eventually there is a chance Ultimecia might win. Sort of. A seed from Balam Garden. This is also when they finally explain, how Adair got the idea to start Garden and Seed to fight the sorceress. She met, adult Squall in the past who would come from the future after having just defeated the sorceress to save the world and told her about Garden and Seed. Like, it all makes sense, it all comes full circle, it all comes together in the end, and that's the beauty of 8. Everything all comes together at the end. It does with most Final Fantasy games, it just takes 8 a little bit longer. Please return, you do not belong here. Don't worry, man. Alone's gone, but she's not gone forever. You will meet her again, young Squilliam. Young Squilliam. Squilliam tentacles. Don't worry about him. He's just you from the future. How would he know how to get back? He didn't even know how he got here. Like, and there's the salute. The seed salute. I love it when everything gets answered at the end. I love it when they make things, make sense. And here it is. Here is Squall's. The biggest and best thing about this game. Here it is. Squall doesn't want to be alone anymore. Squall has friends now. He has Renoa. He no longer wants to be alone. We started this game. Squall was, you know, telling people to go talk to a wall. If you can't do it yourself, why do you expect other people to help you? And now, at the end of the game, Squall finally understands that he needs other people to help him. He cannot do this alone. And I go, wait. I'm trying to think. I mean, I suppose technically sort of like Zidane during that scene in 9 with You'll Never What was it Not Alone, the song that plays during Terror. Obviously we haven't got to 9, we'll go over that more when we get to it. And now for the trippiness. Also the greatness. Oh, there's so many things in this ending and I want to talk about while it happens, but I don't want to keep talking because I want to be able to watch it and enjoy it, but I need to talk. Because there's so many things, so many good things in this ending that are just beautiful. So many things we see happen. Also some changes to the past which are really, you know, to this point in time I still don't understand how we managed to change the past. And also speaking of Ultimecia, I've heard the theories, you know, swallowing Noah's child from the future. That doesn't explain why she hates Seed, right? Why would she hate Seed if her dad was technically the big bad I am of Seed? This man was put in charge of Seed during disc 2. But, you know, it's just another one of the things that just doesn't make sense to me. I think looking at it through like the Final Fantasy 1 lenses of eternal time loop is why she hates Seed, because no matter how many times she's tried, Seed always stop her in the end. She's never succeeded because Seed have always been there. Then again, if I was Squall, I'd go looking for Ultimecia and all, I mean, Ultimecia would be a baddie. In both senses of the word, actually. And they can't find each other. Squall and Renoa. I always forget she's got Squall's ring still at this point as well. I always forget that. And there we have the feather. From way back when, at the beginning of the game, in episode 1 was the last time we saw anything like this happen. He has no voice. Because it was 1998 and characters didn't have voices back then. And right here you can see where they got the idea for Zack Fair forgetting his memories. Oh, I think we'll have to do a Crisis Core soon as well. I like Crisis Core. That's a completely unhinged opinion. Well, not opinion, just an unhinged thing to say when we're doing Final Fantasy 8, but Squall losing, technically looking like he's losing his memories of Renoa here, is what brought that to mind there. It's weird to think we're 30 minutes in here and like 15 to 20 minutes of that was the Ultimecia fight, and since then it's just been the ending. It really is one of the longest endings in a Final Fantasy game that I can think of. 7's doesn't take this long, 9's doesn't, 10's doesn't. 6's takes a fair while. 6's ending is quite long. 5 through 1 isn't this bad. 12 isn't the best of my memory, neither's 13. Can't remember 15's ending. Well, I can remember 15's ending, but I don't think it was a long ending. And I'm yet to play 16. So that's what I know. I suppose this is about fit for the time. Actually, this was around Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics had a long ending, but there goes Squall's Mind. Squall's Mind has just snapped. Squall couldn't make it back to the others. He dies in time. Right. Yeah, that's what happened there. And there is the feather. And here we go. One of my all-time favourite Final Fantasy tracks ever. Eyes on Me. Absolutely beautiful song. Very fitting with the theme of this game. I don't care what anyone says, the theme of this game is romance, and I think it's great. It's also taking everything in as not to sing this song, if I'm completely honest with you. I mean, I'm not going to, but it is taking a lot not to. You know, we're not a fine Squall. And there we go, look, see? From the beginning of the game. The sky, the flower fields from the intro. We're back. We're back. The flowers and the feathers, proving that this game is an inescapable time loop. And there's Cypher doing a bit of fishing at what looks to be, well, I mean, it's either bottom or dollars. I don't think there's anywhere else that's gonna appear. Maybe it's Fisherman's Horizon? But that doesn't look like Fisherman's Horizon to me. That looks like Balam. But he's back, he's with his posse. He's happy. I do like Cypher. I'm sorry. So Cypher is fantastic. And I mean, we've got to cut Cypher some slack as well. He was being controlled by Ultimecia from the future as well, you know. And Win Hill. Good old Laguna. With the ring that didn't look like it was on his finger for a second there. So this part I was confused with, right? I don't ever remember them saying that Laguna and Rain were ever engaged. To be honest. Does that make Rain's surname Leonhardt? I suppose it does, doesn't it? I never thought of that. Well, that even Laguna and Rain can be happy. See, it's the same thing as Squall and Renoa. The matching rings. See, everybody out there, Renoa and Squall are brother and sister. That is Rain from Win Hill, not Julia from Delling City. She married General Caraway and then had Renoa. Poor Laguna. Man, I still like Laguna, even if it does look like they give him a camel toe there. It's a big zipper. Let's see, look, apparently they got married. Rain Loire, which would make Squall Loire. And then Alone Loire. Which means the fact that they changed Squall's name to Leon in Kingdom Hearts even worse because he's Leon Loire. Or Leon Law. Ugh. Yeah, I'll stick to calling him Squall. Balam Garden goes about again. No, why are we talking about the Balam Garden? We have the Ragnarok. You showed us the Ragnarok just going over the top. It's even got arms it can wave. That's it goes. And there we have it. Final Fantasy VIII. Finally done. Hopefully I don't forget, I don't accidentally not upload a finale again. Now, obviously this is the credits, but we're going to let them roll. We're still going to go here. We do get, you know, a little bit more footage that they did. With Irvin trying to hit on Keistas. Selfie behind the camera. Keistas without her glasses. I don't know why I've always got it in my head that Keistas, you know, always has the glasses on since we saw her in the first cutscene of the game when we met her. Laguna's okay, she's gonna go talk to Sid. You know, for the whole premise of this game being about love and romance, poor Keistas that we actually start off the game with Squall, thinking that she's in love with Squall, or possibly being in love with Squall, not even thinking. She's the only one that ends up by herself. Bless her. Poor Keistis. Poor Keisty. Or Quitsy. Quisty, I should say. Obviously, if you haven't guessed, Irvin and Selfie end up together, obviously. And then we've got what? Obviously, we know Squall and Renoa, right? Like, if everyone figured that out by the time we got to the end of disc 2. If not beforehand, I mean, the way she reacts to disc 1 when Squall gets icicle speared. Irvin's been going after Selfie all this time. And over there, Zell's with the girl with the pigtails and his hot dogs. And he ain't sharing them hot dogs. That man spent 4 discs trying to get these hot dogs. He saved the world to get those hot dogs. That man deserves them. It's weird to think the guy that wanted hot dogs with the face tattoo saved the world before bouncing hot dogs with cameramen. I love Zell as well. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna... Zell's up there as far as favourite monks go for me in a Final Fantasy game. And there they are, Squall and Renoa. The fact that they went through they took the time to actually animate those extra little bits that weren't needed. But yes, that is Final Fantasy VIII. Finally finished. Now, obviously it's been a while since I actually started Final Fantasy VIII. And I still love it. It is still one of my favourite games. Thanks for showing us the actors for the characters there. I'm guessing this game used a lot of mocap. I mean, looking at it, it looks like it would use a lot of mocap actually. But yes, that is Final Fantasy VIII done. Finished. Been nattered. For now at least. Basically, I will come back with the Crystal Remaster, which does change things up quite a lot. It is something I'm quite looking forward to doing. If anybody has any other Final Fantasy VIII related videos, sorry I might have gone a bit loud there. Apologies to headphones listeners, which I think is 90% of the world nowadays. There's no reason not to be using headphones, I guess. I haven't seen a pair of desk speakers in years, actually. Now that I've mentioned that, I can't remember the last time I saw desk speakers. But if if there's anything that I haven't shown off during this LP, during this playthrough, this guide, this walkthrough, please let us know in the comments. If you want to see Ultimecia done with all 6 characters junctioned as well, let us know. It's definitely something I'm not opposed to doing. Or if there's anything else related to the game that you're interested in that I can do, please let us know, and I'll try my hardest to do it. But these are the final closing scenes of it now, and I have to say, I've absolutely loved this game. Thank you for all the support on these videos, especially the Final Fantasy VIII stat maxing video. That one went above and beyond what I thought it would do, and I'm hoping it is helping people with their stat maxing in Final Fantasy VIII, be it whatever way they want to do it. Like I say, anything anyone can think of that they're interested in, let us know in the comments below. I will do my best to do it. And there it is. There is Squall and Renoa with their happy ending in the same place that Squall was, where Keith's told Squall that she was no longer an instructor. Fully full circle back to the first disc. And there we have it. Garden floats away to the moon. And that is it done. El Finato. El Final. Finale. Fin. And there it is. One of, if not the greatest game to come out in 1999. So, as always, thank you for watching. And stay safe. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.